Okay, lovely bee. Hello, good afternoon. It's Friday. I want to wish a happy birthday to the people. I want to start by wishing a happy birthday to the lovely bees born and anyone actually, whether you are part of the hive or just stopping by. Happy birthday if you're born between October the 24th and the 28th. Just know that the name of your guardian angel is Veuliah. He's a sun angel actually, and if you want information about this angel, please do not hesitate to reach out at onwithlouise@gmail.com, and I will gladly tell you more about this angel and what prayer to communicate with him. If anyone of you needs help for who wants to ask for universal peace, let's see. So I didn't want to be going about this angel, but because we're still in the time of him, because I believe we are the 27th today, this angel presides over universal peace and he gives it to his protégé. Nous vivons dans un monde, les lois divines sont pas en vigueur. Quand changement se produira. It helps with abundance and changes and happy life. If you want to have freedom, it's a good time to pray to this angel as well. That's it, and I want to spend a lot of time on this because not everybody seems to be that interested, which to me is, I love knowing the name of my guardian angel. But anyways, with the past few daily readings, we've been seeing a lot of the Two of Swords coming out, which is talking about someone who is in a situation where they feel like they don't want to make a choice. They feel stuck. They want to stay out of the situation. They cover their eyes. They cover they cross their bodies. So I want to do a reading to help you make a decision. So before we go into the reading, I want you to think about your situation and the two decisions you find yourself in between. So think of these two decisions, and we are going to see if you pick this first option, what the result should be, the positive aspect, the challenging aspect, and the possible outcome of this decision. And if you take the decision number 2, what will happen? And I'm going to get creative as I go because I want to add a little more. It's Friday, so I want to add a possible option for love if some of you are in between two love situations. But please apply to your stories. Only you know your story, so see how the messages will or can adapt to your situations. And know that I am very, truly excited, honored, and humbled that our hive has been growing. So welcome to all the new little bees. It's very touching but it's also nerve-wracking in a way because I'm not just talking to my beautiful friends, and it's exciting, but it also means that the messages cannot talk to anyone, even though we are very little. You go over 10 people, you go over 2 people, you already have different messages. So talk about multiplying that, by many, and this will not affect everyone that listens to. But because you have the 2 options, you kind of have the options to play with this reading many ways and adapt it to different situations. So I like that about this. Okay, so I'm going to go see The Nightmare Before Christmas tonight, the concert. So I'm going to use The Nightmare Before Christmas deck, knowing that we are getting close to the end of Halloween, and I have fun decks I have received for the rest of the year. So, who is going to accompany us through this decision-making reading, s'il vous plaît? By the way, this is a a spread I found some time ago, and it's by Spiral at spiralctarot.com. Okay, if you guys want to go check that out and figure out different spreads, but it seemed interesting, and I've had it for a very long time. S'il vous plaît, which divine energies accompany us in this decision-making spread? And as I mentioned, I will do a full moon reading, but I want to do it tomorrow during the full moon. Okay, we have two angels that want to be part of this conversation. And it's funny because we want to look at two different options, so I like that. We have Lord Ganesha with number 29, talks about removal of obstacles. I like this, and clear path ahead. So hopefully this is what this reading is going to help you find, you know, getting clarity with which option you want to take. I love this. And we have the goddess Isis, who I found truly gorgeous. Actually, those two angels, the way they are described, I mean, gods, excuse me. Very Asian, because, I mean, we have, you know, Egypt, Africa, but it's still like the east side of Africa, like going towards Asia, and so is, you know, Lord Ganesha. So we are going towards the east part of the world, compared to the United States in any case. Isis talked to us about resurrection, magic, and fertility. So, I can't help but thinking of Isis with fertility. You know, children, babies. If you are in a situation where you find yourself, you know, having issues conceiving, or should you have wondering if you should have a child or things like that. Like, to me, this is going there. Trust in the universe, because the energies of fertility are there. Okay, it's definite that some of you may be wondering about having children. And if you are pregnant, well, congratulations, it's a beautiful thing. I also noticed that there is the possibility of a conversation between people of two different cultures. But like I was mentioning, that it's still closer than we expect, because even if it's India and it's Egypt, it's both. I maybe hate it for saying that, because to me it's both eastern part of the world. It's like their culture may be closer than they think, or than they think people are going to be looking at them. If you have two people that love each other and not hesitating, or worried because of what other people are going to say, to me, I mean, you have the passion, the fire, the love of like the sun on this card. You have sun and night, you know, so it's like the two opposite mixing each other, which also leads me to a third option that I may go at the end of the reading. There is fascinating energies with these two cards, and possible that there is a little age difference, you know, from 2 to 3 years between the two characters involved in this love story. I was not necessarily going to add options if we were going to talk about a love story, but to me, the guides are already talking to us about a love story. So this is lovely. Trust in this, though. There is a lot of differences, but there is It's funny. Someone was telling me yesterday about a story, how she was telling her friend, not because she'd been married 3 times, and not to stop looking for someone to complete herself, that she needed to learn to be complete first before maybe trying to get into another marriage or another relationship. This will almost go against this, because obviously you do want to feel complete and love yourself so that you can love someone else and allow someone else to love you. But there is a notion of two peas in a pod, of two parts making a whole with these two here. Prosperity, fortune at the bottom of the deck. So I'm not going to expand on that. That speaks for we have a beautiful, beautiful energy here. And we also have the notion of like, she's all classy and all wanting to be beautiful, like all the makeup, you know, the necklace, the earrings, the bracelets, really like she's about to go out and be you know, feeling like she needs to be all decked out before going out, okay? Whereas he's all like chilling, cool, you know, like she's like dressed to go out, and to go out, you know, to a dinner or a party or something, when he's just going out to go to the beach almost. Okay, so with that he's dressed. So again, like I was talking about, two opposites. We have two very different personalities, but energies, way of working out in the world. And we have the angel of love here. So there is going to be talk about love in these options here. Maybe some of you feel like you are in between two people, so apply to that. Maybe you are like, should I go with him, should I not go with him, or her, or they, or however you apply to your situation. Maybe, you know, with love, it doesn't necessarily need to be about a romantic relationship. It could be, you know, some situation in your family, in your friend, but strong energies of love regardless of everything. This is truly beautiful, very Friday type. Okay, so let's see where we're going to go with this. S'il vous plaît, nos anges. Okay, let's see what information we can get, s'il vous plaît, for little bees and passers-by. What decision, what can we explore about the two options here for our little bees, s'il vous plaît. Oh, I like that there is nothing jumping. And here I was just saying. I was just saying I like that there is nothing jumping. And here they start. Let me just mix you, s'il vous plaît. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the 5, 6, 7 of presents. That's a 7 of pentacles. I think this is talking to, if I remember correctly, especially with the 7 of wait, I'm confusing the pentacles with, this is growth, this is mastering, this is still you having some work to do for whatever it is, like some learning, some practicing. This card is so tiny. This was, I do have the actual deck, but I like this one because the cards are smaller and they work very well for my little hands. So here we are. Okay, so what is the essence of the inquiry for our little bees, s'il vous plaît? Oh, we're back with the coins. So it's funny because with the oracles we had the notion of love, like there was no doubt between the energies, and the Angels Among Us oracle, I was feeling a lot of love and connection and couple and relationships, and you know, very emotional and just love reading thing. But with the Pentacles, with a presence. The presence is a suite of is connected to the suite of Pentacles in this deck. And with the, what was it, the Seven of Pentacles that jumped out before, there is a financial, to me, idea that is in your mind. You are worried. There is a worry for funds, for wealth, abundance. So in essence, you do worry about, money, okay? But see, with the removing of obstacles and the magic and the clear path ahead, it looks like you are going to have some kind of epiphany. You know, with that resurrection, removal of the obstacles, maybe working together towards a common goal, knowing that you both can work together. I'm so sorry, there is some noise outside that is affecting my concentration. Let's see what the booklet has to say about the Nine of Presents here. The Nine of Pentacles, I keep wanting to see the nine. I keep thinking the Nine of Cups, which is like your wish come true. So it's still, I'm feeling like you are going to find a solution regardless of which option you are taking. Financially, the solution is coming to you. So this is not the thing to worry about, apparently. Suite of Presents. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Represent material abundance. You've made your dreams come true and are reaping the rewards of your hard work. Okay, so that's where we were going, huh? Now that you have everything you need, it's important to set yourself up for sustained success by managing your income wisely. Some of you, maybe this is, we are going to see how you need, your options are going to be, you know, should I do this or should I do that? But financially, I think you need this. This is not the thing to worry about right now. It's coming, it's happening. Whatever you've done, that could be why you had that Seven of Pentacles that showed up earlier, where you've invested your money. This morning we were talking about planting the seeds, you know, to reap. And so you are eventually getting to the reaping of what you sowed. This is exciting, extremely positive. Now, if we are going to look at the option 1, if you go with option 1 for whatever decision, the two options, the two, okay, option number 1. If you go with that one, what is the positive aspect if you make, if you go with your first option? Okay, so before I start, please make sure to have already in your mind decided what your option 1 is and what your option 2 is. Okay, don't wait to hear what I say for you to make your choice. Please pause if you need to really decide what your option 1 is. Okay, so if you go with option 1, the positive aspect of this is King of Potion. The King of Potion is the equivalent of the King of Cups. The King of Cups, you know what I feel like doing? Let's see what the booklet says here. I want to take that because the King of Cups is a master of his emotions. Let me pause this. There is the noise out there. It's like a trash truck. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to wait for it to be done so I can concentrate, and I want to look up something that I would like to use. Hang on. Peace and quiet. Okay, so the King of Potion is a loyal, sensible problem solver. Embody the energy of the King of Potions by maintaining a healthy balance between the head and the heart. Interestingly enough, we're talking about balance here again, balancing two things, so your head and your heart. Be logical but stay compassionate and kind. So the positive aspect of the of your option here. You know, I brought this because I'm going to start using it next month, because there is like fun keyword, but I feel like we got it here with I don't necessarily see this as a positive aspect. It's more like an advice to me if you, when you are going, or this first choice that you have, if you go with option number one, you are either asked to keep that balance, but to me it's more like this option allows you to please your head and your heart. It allows you to stay compassionate and kind, whether it's towards you or another person, or this option, it is about this person that is like that towards you. As a king, that is a character in the deck, so to me it feels more like a person that's like that next to you. This person in this option number one is bringing you all that. But what is very cute, this character is heartbreaking in The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know if you have if you haven't seen the cartoon or the movie, or even if you have seen it, I forget his name right now. He's the creator of Sally. He's like a mad scientist, but his dream is just to find the perfect partner, the woman with who is going to have you know, great conversations and you know, the perfect partner. And you know, with Sally, he doesn't even, finally at the end of the story he finds her, but he's a little romantic, even if he's a weirdo. Okay, so maybe that describes also the person from your option here, if you're like in between two people. And he may not be the best looking guy, okay, but if you give in to him, I feel like he'll be really, I mean, look at him, like he's carrying a huge bottle. Hey, for some of you that could be the guy that's drinking too much, so if that's your thing and you enjoy that, then maybe the King of Potion is describing just exactly that, the king of the bottles. So I would be careful with that too, okay? But he definitely wants to complete you or to complete himself. Ooh, watch out. I mean, that's got to be talking to you, okay? So the challenge aspect of this option here, the challenge aspect of option number one is, well, looks like there is children in the story. Wow, we are in a person. Okay, what's challenging to you with this option is that this person seems to have three more or less, but there is children that he's very attached to. I mean, notice the chain and pod, like it's attached to. So you have to keep in mind that this person in the option number one is very attached to his family. It's funny, like with a present. And they could be difficult ones to deal with, because hey, those kids in the story they are little terrors, but they are very devoted also to the boogeyman and to Jack. They want to do the best. They are little terrors, but they want to do their best. And something to keep in mind. Children do grow up, okay? They're not there forever. They go on with their lives, even if if there is some kind of a generation there that would never leave their parents, but the newer kids, they do like to go try their own things, except the one that live downstairs in the basement, you know, playing video games. But these are like adventurers. So it is, if it's out here, it's because the guides want you to know, want you to be aware. This is an interesting story here. But I do feel only just, you know, the trial and tribulations of young children. But dad seems to be devoted to his kids. They seem to be devoted to him. You just need to be aware that they are there, okay? They are part of the family, they're part of the story. If you pick this option, children, they're there, okay? And like I said, like, really remember that this is only a phase of life. Life, just everything goes by so fast. Children grow up very fast. But just be prepared for some intense moments with those guys. What's a possible outcome with this option, s'il vous plaît? Nos anges, no. Oh, judgment. This is a beautiful card. This is a great change. Judgment is the ultimate blessing. This is here. Let me just read you what it's going to say here, because this is Santa Claus looking at his list here, but here, let me get to the judgment. This is a good decision. I mean, it will have its up and downs, its ups and downs, but this option is exciting, is rewarding, is beautiful, is giving you a big family. It's keeping you busy, no doubt. And look at this. This is interesting how it says, we all have pivotal decisions to make in our lives. Will yours land on the naughty list or the nice list? Now isn't the time to be hasty and impulsive. Consider your actions and choices carefully and take time to think things through. Remember that all actions have reactions. Be sensible and stay true to your conscience. Well, thank you. The guides, like, I want to take something else, because judgment is also a result. So we're telling you, like, be careful, and possible that this wants to add to the family aspect of this. If you want this King of Cups, who is full of love, oops, yeah, you guys don't see all the cards very well here. Here we go. If you want this King of Cups to be devoted only to you, this is not happening. Okay, maybe that's what you really need to pay attention to that. I want to grab this because these cards are so intriguing. I'm excited to have bought them. This is the Learning Tarot cards. They were a very decent price, and they have all kinds of notes on them. I didn't think I would be attracted to them, but I've seen them so much. I want to see if we can find the judgment really quick. See if we can get some... Oh, is this it? Judgment. Yes, perfect. Okay, so the keywords on the judgment here. First of all, we have a yes. We have the I know, the crown chakra. So this, again, gives you no doubt. And it's funny, that's why I was confused with the list. Like, maybe do the pro and cons on this option to see that the pros are outweighing the cons, most likely. This is the keywords. Okay, so the daily choices I make now align me with my life purpose. So that's how positive and strong this King of Potion is in your life. With this option, you have awakening, renewal, composure, decisiveness, homesickness, maybe, snap judgment, apportioning, blame, forgiveness, final reckoning, a final examination. As you sow, so shall you reap. A mandatory choice that will change life for the better. So, option number one seems to be, to me, the best option. But, you know, you do, I'm going to leave this one. No. I find it funny how there is a notion of choice here, reminding you that at the end of the day, you are the one, you know, who is going to be to make the final decision here. But it looks like you already know all that. So stop asking yourself, stop wondering. If it's good or bad, or it feels like option number one is great. You just have to be aware. Apologies that this is this character is very so if it's obviously, to me it feels like this is a divorced man, or maybe even a widow, and he's very attached to his children, and you could have like teenage kids or young kids that are just difficult. They are wrapping this one has a mask, so maybe even you may have one of the kids that either has some kind of physical challenge or mental challenge out of the few. It is work, it is dedication, but it seems to be rewarding at the end of the day, and there seems to be only happiness there. I want to add a couple of cards love related, even though I feel like it's not needed, because it went to love without really looking for it. S'il vous plaît, can we have some more information on this, on the love side of this option number one, s'il vous plaît? Nothing jumping. I'm gonna have to go get it. S'il vous plaît, no zone, no guide. Option number one, can we get a little extra? Aha, that's way too many. I'm gonna pick express your love, this one, and wedding. Wow, okay. Healing, fine, I'll just take the three that were open here. We have a wedding. This situation involves marriage. As I was saying, like, this is it goes very well with the King of Potions here. This is, you know how good this person is to you, for you, and that where it will lead it. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And to me, this is also let them know how you feel. Okay, they are so focused on their children that they may need to be aware of your feelings and emotion. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That's interesting. That may talk to a handful of you. To me, also, that just confirm the look at we have some kind of angel on top of the father with the kids. To me, that talks of blessings. That talks of blessing acceptance, and you know, the universe keeping a loving eye on this. That also makes me think of the possible widow situation again. The strong presence of the children. So maybe you need to forgive your parents, or more like the children may quote unquote forgive their dad or their parents for them starting a new love life, because you know, at the end of the day, we want other people that we love, we want them to be happy. So this option is quite lovely. I like it a lot. Okay, now if you go with, oh, you know what? I want you to add something else to that. Where is it? The Lover's Oracle. If you go with option number one, this just ended up being a love story, hasn't it? I wanted to use this one. Oh, there is something else to add to that. Do I want to use it? No, maybe not. I wanted to add a Samhain card, but there is so many noises out there. I'm annoyed. Maybe there is a lot of noise in your head about all these. Merci. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Okay, so again, this is a definite love story. Look at this. We have the wedding card. We have the couples card with Cupid's arrow. This is truly option number one. You may be hesitating with this person because this person is not looking like what you see yourself with. You may be a little shallow there. Excuse me, when this person is actually the person that's making you feel whole and complete and loved, and where you're heading towards something pretty phenomenal, even though there is the story with the children that's weighing on you. Okay, let's see with option number two. Think very well what option number two is for you, and again apply to your story. And let's see what the positive aspect of option number two would be, s'il vous plaît. Queen of Candles. So look at that, how with option number one you had the King, and option number two is the Queen. So the positive aspect of option number two could be all more about you. What, you know, your own light, like, let's see, I'm going to read it here. The Queen of Candles is going to be the Queen of Wands. It's her passion, it's her light. I feel like it's more centered on you, on what you want. Oh my God, the noises out there. Queen of Candles. It's I like that it's a cat too. It's not even a character. The Queen of Candle is a cat. Represents a clever, confident person with a strong independent streak. Used to being the center of attention, she's a popular, inspiring leader who brings out the best in everyone. Bringing optimism into any project will invigorate it with the energy it needs to be successful. So again, I feel like option two is more centered on you, on what you want, on your own success. You want to be popular, which you may not be as much with, which you feel. Let me rephrase this, which you feel it. You may not be as much because, hey, this guy is not that good looking. He's got all these kids, he's got this situation, but there is also this love with that person here. Now, the positive aspect is the option number two is more centered on you, on your light, on your own growth. Maybe you know, going with option number one would allow you to grow into something, you know, shoot, let's say there is a job. Maybe there is a job for you to take. Okay, I'm just using it as a possibility. There is a job that would take you away from option number one, and that would allow you to grow, to make more money, be more popular, like it says. You obviously having the light behind you, you're shining, like, I don't know, it feels like option number two is more centered on you. Okay, so either you pick that person or you go on to your own path. Okay, do with that what that means for you. It's so funny how I can see this story here with these cards. I can make this movie in my own head here. The challenge is about you being, let me read this again. The success, clever, confident person with strong independent streak. Yeah, so it's really all about your independence and being in the center of attention, being popular, Maybe you feel like, you know, if you don't go with this one, you have other opportunities with different type of people that don't have the children to bug you, that could be, you know, more beautiful or richer, whatever, you know. So you will be able to remain independent and quote unquote beautiful, okay, and popular, if you don't go with option number 1. But what is the challenge of option number 2, s'il vous plaît? Page of Presents. Well, it looks like the challenge here is financial. You know, with it's funny because you do have like the at the beginning we were telling you have the finances that you need, but if you have to go at it alone, it is harder, okay? With the page, we have the notion of immaturity, immaturity in your finances. So again, it feels like the path is a little harder. Let's see what the book is telling us here with the Page of Presents. I need this because the cards, I don't know this deck very well. I've used it a handful of times. I'm always fascinated about how the messages do come through regardless. But I have to, I like seeing what the booklet tells us. Where is the Page of Presents? Page. Have you ever been struck with a great idea when you least expected it? Woken up with a brilliant new scheme or plan for success? The Page of Presents represents someone who's feeling a sudden burst of creative and potentially lucrative inspiration. It's time to bring your brilliant new vision to life. Stay excited for this journey, but be cautious. You never know what surprises might be waiting for you. Being that this is in the challenges position, again, it feels like you may feel like you need help financially. You will miss, with going with option number 2, you are going to miss this inspiration you used to get maybe with option number 1. It feels like you will lose a lot by going with option number 2, but you know, this is your choices. The plan for success and all that, like, it feels like you are going to be missing the muse, okay? I feel the immaturity and the loneliness. I mean, he's like, you know, he's like a child waking up in the bed and waiting for his parents to come take care of him. So there is a certain, I feel loneliness here. That's the challenge, and that makes sense. What is the possible outcome, s'il vous plaît, with this option number 2 here? Knight of Presents. Okay, so the Knight of Presents is he's a little better than the Page of Presents, of course, but he still has a lot of work to do. He's still looking at his list. He makes me think of his children in his bed, like, you know, being tired and getting ready for the exam and still going through the paperwork and what's missing, balancing the sheet, because we're in present. It's like consistently balancing the sheet. So as much as there is a universe blessing option number 1, I don't want to push you towards option number 1, but option number 1 is exciting to me. Option number 2 has this positive, but you feel like you are, if you go with option number 2, there is a lot of work to do. You can do it. It seems more lonely. It seems that you need to devote more time to consistently balancing your funds. Okay, let's see. Knight of Presents is a hardworking, steadfast person focused on being as productive as he can possibly be. Here, let me show you it so you can see. He is like kind of sleepy but happy. Okay, He finds success in his endeavors by sticking to a solid routine. This card advises you to work diligently and focus on the details. So you have to pay attention. It demands more work, okay? So it's not impossible. It's not drastic. To me, it shows that you need to be ready for being diligent, for having. It's not undoable, okay? If you are excited with self-reward and independence, this is the path right here, because you have that strength, you have that knowledge, and if you don't have the knowledge, you have the way to learn, and you're happy about this learning. So that's what option 2 would bring you. Let's see, love wise, if this would bring you anything, s'il vous plaît. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So that means you also have to work on that as well. I mean, it is a pretty card. We had 3 cards that came for option number 1, because there was exciting stuff. I don't know if option number 2 is going to give us, s'il vous plaît, nos anges. Oh, thank you. Engage. No. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment and deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So, relationship-wise, it's not clear. It's asking you here also to work on but there is a deception. I don't like it. At the bottom of the deck, we have past life relationship. You have broken each other before. So this feels like the usual back and forth solution here, where you have deception. See how work on your partnership. It demands work. You have to work on your finances. The engagements is there versus the wedding. Okay, so and we have the deception. So to me, it really feels like you have to put a lot of work in the relationship. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This feels like option number 2 is too much work. It works for you if you want to remain independent, if you don't want to get married. I mean, this couple looks very cool compared to this one, but you want happiness or you want coolness. It depends, you know, it depends what you want. Let's pick. And really so if you apply that to work, let's say, like, you know, this work is not you're going to be located in I don't know, an industrial area versus working by the beach type situation, you know, or in a cool area. You know, you're working at a little store versus the mall type thing. I don't know, I'm just using examples so you can apply, you know, to the situation that you made your options to be. But if you are between 2 people, option 1 seems to be the nicer catch here. S'il vous plaît, can we get what is that oracle again? The love oracle, like a little extra message on option number 2, s'il vous plaît. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Oh, see, look at that. That makes me feel of seasons, like back and forth, like hot, 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 cold, hot, cold. Life is a series of consistently shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. To me, that just focus again on the hot, cold, yes, no, back and forth. We're together today, we hate each other tomorrow type situation. This is what option number 2 feels like. Okay, the cards can hardly be clearer. I like this. This is I like this. This is so cute to me. What other message could we add to this, my little bees? I feel like this really talked, like the message is clear. Let me just, I don't want to add a Mother Mary message to each option because it's supposed to be just one reading. Could we add, I keep trying to see if there is something else to add, and I can't think of anything else. So, oh, you know what? Maybe a timing here. How about that? Let's see. What could we add? Let's pick a card for each option here, s'il vous plaît. This is fun. I love this deck, and I don't get to use it very often. Keep your butt in the sky. Time will show. Whatever that means. Maybe that means something to you. And what's for option number 2, s'il vous plaît? A message for option number 2. Keep your butt in the sky. I guess to me this is more like with time will show you how cool this is, this situation here. With the option number 2, you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. That's not reassuring. You have an answer yes to whatever possible question. But to me, this is just going to keep, option number 2 is just going to keep on reminding you to be strong, to be a survivor. With all the butterflies, I have like the rebirth again and again and again. My little bees, option number 2 is not the option to take. You do you. But I like that. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. With this at the bottom of the deck, they whispered to her, "You cannot withstand the storm." She whispered back, "I am the storm." Magic time. You made, let me put that away. You pick these 2 options before the reading, right? You're like, if I go with option 1, you made the decision of these options, okay, before we started the reading. I want to see what would I use, because now that I put everything away, I want to see, s'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides. If they go with a 3rd option they haven't thought about. If you guys give up on option number 1 and option number 2 and you let things happen, what will the next option be, s'il vous plaît? You don't pick. You say no to 1 and you say no to 2. You're like, you started the reading. If you made it this far and you haven't stopped, here is the 3rd possibility. If you let go, if you say no to option number 1 and 2, okay? So what is the 2 of Presents, 2 of Pentacles? S'il vous plaît, no guide. I want to find out what will be the positive. What is the thing? The positive. If you end up by saying, I give up on option number 1 and number 2 does not work for me, what would be the positive aspect of option number 3? And I don't want to call it an option. Like, if you we were talking about what it say here. They whisper to her she cannot withstand the storm. So like, it's a different type of personality there, okay? She says, screw it all. I don't want 1 and 2. I'm moving on. I'm going a 3rd path. I'm doing how can I say? Yeah, you just pick, you choose your own path, okay? What will be the positive aspect of this option, s'il vous plaît? What is the positive aspect of the 3rd possible option, s'il vous plaît, no guide? Can I have a jumper, s'il vous plaît? Or I'm gonna go get it. Fine. What is the positive aspect of... Wow, 2 cards. What is the positive aspect? We have a 5 of candle. And the moon. How was those two cards a positive aspect? This is bickering and hidden. With the moon, we have the notion of hidden things, but also of intuition, of walking alone in the night. I love this part of the Nightmare Before Christmas. But it feels like it's hidden bickering. Okay, so if you go with the third option, kind of like walking away from the other two options, there will be some battles that you may escape. There will be some bickering that you may not even be aware of would happen. And to me, there is really walking towards freedom right there. But just also know that somewhat, this is a positive. What does the moon as a positive say here? Moonlight illuminates Jack in the graveyard as he reflects on his feelings. The moon represents a great lament, the subconscious, and intuition. Analyze complex or confusing situations you find yourself in. Are things really what they seem to be? What is going on under the surface? Beware of deception and listen to your instincts. They know the truth. Okay, so if you walk away, to me, you'll be walking away from deceptions. And from bickering, from battles. And if you walk away from these two options, if your intuitions in any way is telling you, if your gut, and please, like, this feels very strongly to me, if you have any feeling whatsoever from these two options that you had chosen at the beginning of the reading, if you have any doubt whatsoever, and just, but in your gut, okay, not like your anxiety staying playing with the what if. We're not talking about the what if. I'm talking about gut-wrenching doubt, fear, with there is a bad notion with option number 2. Even though there was this blessing with option number 1, but still, that judgment at the end, like with the list, and still having some kind of choice to make. If you made it this far in the reading and you haven't stopped yet, it's very possible that you need to hear that if you have any doubt, just walk away. Your intuition is guiding you to just go for something else, okay? So that's a positive aspect here that I see with that third possibility, is that you are walking away towards something better, even if it's just your own growth, okay? Knowing that there is some pain with making that choice, okay? But this is freeing. What is the negative aspect, s'il vous plaît? We have the Page of Needles coming out again. The negative aspect to me is again that bickering. So it's funny because you walk away from bickering, but the challenging aspect is that you will still have people around you telling you, why did you do this? Why did you do, like, people bugging you, okay? Hence that needing to be alone. There's always got to be people bugging you. And s'il vous plaît, what's the positive outcome of walking away? 5 of Needles. Is more fighting. How is that? But the possible outcome is to confront. That's kind of cool. Is that you're confronting your biggest nightmare, in the sense that you're confronting your fear. Okay, I mean, the boogeyman is like the scary dude in the story, and at the end of the story, Jack does win. Okay, so by picking the third option, you are confronting your fear. And look at the bottom of the deck, you have the star. So after confronting your fears, you do have hope for something. I mean, he's so lovely. For something amazing ahead, and to grow into the self that you want to grow into. Now, love-wise, what would the third option be, s'il vous plaît? It will be difficult, there is no doubt there. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond depends. So, to me, like, there is lots of people talking here. You have three people and 3 angels on this card. So there is a lot of people involved in your life. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So and deception again at the bottom of the deck. That third option is a difficult one. But you're working towards hope and finding yourself. There is a notion of Knight of Candle. Okay, that third option is also someone who is just a passersby. So that does take me back to that first option again. That seems to me to being the one that will bring you the most family life. If this is what you're looking for. But it's all about your own choices. It's all about how this speaks to you. It's all about what makes you happy, what drives you. Oh, the third option is complicated. Our Lady of the Star Blossom. Maman Marie. She spoke really quickly and with a lot. Oh, look at that. She's beautiful. Our Lady sees you. I went to 3. She sees your struggles and knows how to help. When you ask for her assistance, you give her permission to intervene in your life. Just like with Mother Mary, same with your angels. If you ask for assistance, they need your permission to intervene and help you. Here is another thing to ask, your angel to guide you towards which option. You have a lot going on, huh? It is simple to do so. Place a hand on your heart and think upon Mother Mary. You can say, I love this, to help you to find an answer or to be guided like that. Mother Mary, please help me with this matter and all issues in my life for the greatest good of all beings. So it shall be. Like, take a screenshot of this prayer because it's a simple one, an easy one, and I feel like it could just be the answer to all your issues. Ask Mama Mary to help you. Ask Mother Mary to guide you. Have faith. And she'll always give you an answer. Should we add something? And I want to add a love card here to the... I think we can just jump to the gratitude. Yeah, you guys had a nice reading. Like if that did not help you make a decision, ask Mother Mary. I'm done here. Wow. 1, 2, 3. This is funny how we got a lot of 3 cards jumping at once. So I'm glad I went for the third option. Express yourself. Let people know how much you appreciate them. That was in the first option, to let them know how you feel. Journal your gratitude. Review your book of blessings once a month. If you can take the time to do that, I'd love to be able to do that. I used to, every day work with my kids on finding out what to be grateful for every day. That's a good exercise. If you want to keep track of it, that's a good journal to go back to and find out what made you happy every day. Unplug. Avoid negative media and people for an entire day. It's true. Avoid watching the news for an entire day. Avoid watching what people are telling you that they are doing for an entire day. And it's the first step to finding yourself and finding what makes you happy, because something makes you happy. There is always something that makes us happy, even when we feel lonely. My little bees, I would love to keep on going and talking about this, but at the end of the day, you got to make your decisions. I have a concert to get ready to go to. I am excited. I wish you a beautiful rest of the day, a beautiful start of your weekend, and I shall be back tomorrow to do a full moon reading. I cannot wait. Sending you love. Bye-bye.